Good morning. Good morning. What's going on, you beautiful people? It's 2:45 a.m. On my way to the gym right now, and I noticed something that I'm going to share with you about me. About a year and a half or so, I had decided that I was going to watch what I eat. I was going to exercise. I was going to get up at a certain time in the morning, but I gradually implemented these different things. And slowly over time, I've been able to accomplish each one of them and be very strict about it, especially what I ate. Very strict. Even if I was around people eating a certain way, I would decide that I did not want to do it. I would make a conscious decision that I'm not getting involved with that. I don't care, because the price that I'm paying is too high to start taking shortcuts just because I'm in the company of people who may not be eating the same way that I am. And these things have come together fairly simple for me over time. But recently, I've been getting a little bit more relaxed. I've been giving myself a little bit more permission, and I've been opening myself up to maybe having a hamburger, have a bagel, I love at Starbucks, I love those apple croissants or those almond croissants. I love those things, and I like putting honey on them. They're absolutely delicious, and I tell myself it's honey, it's not sugar. Honey is all natural, so therefore enjoy, have at it. Or my kids are eating a bag of M&Ms, and I might see them sitting there, and I might grab 4 or 5 and say, that's okay, it's just 4 or 5. One day I bought the kids some cookies, some Chips Ahoy. Now they have never stressed to me that was their favorite cookie. I can tell you right now, it's my favorite cookie. So I got them for the kids. The kids may have had 1 or 2. I ate the rest. I started giving myself permission. And I come to this point simply to say is that I've had a new awakening to say that no longer will I give myself permission. You see, it's okay to be disciplined. If your goal was set out to say, hey, I'm only going to eat fast food once a week, I'll treat myself, I'll have a cheat day, etc., etc., etc. Your standards are an indicator of the level of success that you're trying to achieve in any particular area. So if your standard is to say, I'll eat healthy Monday through Thursday, then Friday I'll have myself a cheat day, then you're giving yourself permission to say, it's all right to cheat. And I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm stating a fact. So you go from that level and you say that I'm going to have this cheat day. This is the question that I'd pose to you. How great do you want to be in whatever it is that you're going after? How great do you want to be? Because I'll tell you something, your level of discipline is directly attached to how great you will be. The more disciplined you are, self-disciplined, the more greatness you can pull out of yourself. And we all have greatness locked inside. We all have greatness. No one person was created or made better than the next. But to the person who can exercise self-discipline to the highest degree, in the highest level, is the person who can carry through and carry out the plan that God has put inside your heart. The person with the least bit of discipline. Have you ever noticed that? The person who was able to save, diversify, invest, versus the person who felt like there was a shortage of, not enough of, and spent, the end result of the two is almost always the same. The person who saved and invests ends up putting himself in a position to thrive. The person who thought that there was a lack or a shortage is almost always the person who is continuously in need. And they both are a result of discipline. One person seen that there was a discipline to have an abundance of. The other person seen that there was a discipline that there was a lack of. But at the end of the day, it always came back down to the discipline. The person who lost weight was the person who disciplined themselves to say, I'm not going to eat this. The person who lost a lot of weight was the person who says, I refuse to eat this. They've made a decision, but their discipline kept them in line with their decision. And the higher level of discipline that they were able to initiate, the more results that they were able to get. So I'd simply ask, the question is, not that you're not doing good, you're doing great. But how great do you want to be? Because it's directly attached to your discipline. And I was letting go of that discipline. But see, let me be very clear. What I want out of life is probably not what you want out of life. It might not be. It might not be. But that's my decision. Just like it's your decision. So if you came up to me and said, hey, I'm looking to lose weight, and I said, well, you know, what are you doing? Well, I decided not to drink any more soda. Great, that's your discipline. You might walk up to me and say, hey, you know, how you want to lose weight? What's your, you know, how are you going to do that? And I might say, well, I'm not going to eat fast food. I'm not going to drink soda. I'm going to watch my sugar intake. I'm going to exercise daily. See, I'm taking it up to a point where I believe that it's going to get me to where I want to go. See, because I already went through that, I'm just going to give up soda. And I haven't had soda in over 2 years. I've already went through that. There wasn't enough discipline behind that to get me to where I wanted to be. For some people, that is. For some people, that's a lot. For some people, they've been drinking soda all their life. Sometimes 6-packs, 12-pack, 18-packs. Sometimes, you know, so much sugar and so much soda that they've been drinking is that if they gave up soda, then they're doing themselves a huge justice. I've given up time in my life. There's nothing more that I could sacrifice higher than the time that I've sacrificed and given up in my life. So if I just sacrifice some food in order to save my weight, in order to save my health, then that's not too much to ask. If I sacrifice my time to go to the gym in the morning, that's not too much to ask. If I sacrifice my time to go to sleep on time, that's not too much to ask. But everybody is given a measure of faith. Everybody's given a measure of discipline. The bigger the measure of faith, the more the blessings. The bigger the measure of discipline, the bigger the return. So when I thought that I was just snacking on 5 or 6 M&Ms and I was just buying some cookies for the kids and I was just having that hamburger, it wasn't directly in line with what I wanted, because my discipline is connected to my outcome, which is connected to my want, which is connected to my blessing. And if I don't exercise the highest level of discipline to myself, then I cut myself short of what it is that I really want. So please keep in mind that when you set out to make a certain discipline, or you've said that I am going to exercise this way of being as a means of reaching a goal, when you fall short of that, you're going to fall short of what it is that you're trying to reach. Because if you want more out of life and you can't hold it together on a small discipline, and you want more out of life, How you gonna hold it together when you gotta exercise discipline in your sleep, in your eat, and how you talk, what you listen to, who you hang around with? How are you gonna exercise that kind of discipline if you can't start and be loyal and be honest and truthful to what it is that you've initiated now? So I'll simply put it like this: your discipline is directly attached to your outcome. The more you discipline, the more you get an outcome. That's the bottom line.